Well guys, we are back for another episode of the Liberal Asshole Show, episode 144. It's so nice to be back to our normal date and all that. It's been several weeks since we did the last episode because someone is working all the time now. So, what are today's topics?
Tim, well done. Republicans don't care about working class Americans. Right-wing grifters exploded each other. Catboy Nick Fuentes keeps exposing himself. K-Manga censoring Rent-A-Girlfriend. AI bullshit is getting ridiculous on YouTube. And the fall of Noam Chomsky from leftist thought elite to Epstein expose and Jimmy Dore acolyte.
And then there was one more too, remember?
Yes, the Bondi terror attack is honestly probably going to take a half episode, take its own thing, because there's just so fucking much to go over.
So talk about next time then?
Yeah, well, almost like a 144.5 episode in where we get a fucking chance.
Alright then, how about I get started by making fun of dipshit Republicans who don't care about working class Americans, which by the way, I am now. As for all of you who don't know, since almost over 3 months now, I've been working at Outback, and do I need to flex how I've been doing since, people?
Go ahead.
Let's see. First off, I'm the employee of the month in October. How you guys feel about that? 1 month in, Ari was employee of the month.
Well done.
And I literally pulled the South Park meme, and I took their jobs. I took the original silverware roller's position, because he was always late and all that, and now I work every day now, pretty much. I'm working every day for like the last 3 weeks other than Christmas. So, how's that feel, people? What do you guys say about this hard-working fat fuck American? How about that one, huh?
Good on ya. Very good on ya.
And you know what? That was all on my own effort. Trump gets Trump gets no credit. And Republicans get zero credit for my work. Only me, and me. And guess what? Republicans don't give a flying fuck about the working class. And this is called for someone in the working class. It's nice to be able to eat the mic again. As they don't give a shit, and they always implement policies that make things worse, as always. Hey, look how bad it's been the last year so far with dipshit orangutan back in. Maybe you all shouldn't have put him back in like the morons you were. Maybe you're all just too busy being fat and lazy and not working whatsoever. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
They were too busy going around yelling slurs at minorities because they're evil.
So pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get a job like me.
Oh wait, we're in Trump's economy. Good fucking luck.
Hey, if I could do it, anyone can. You listen to this fat fuck, people. And by the way, may I remind you all, this was my first job too, as almost 32 years old. So we gotta see about that one. Are you stunned how much I've done so far?
Nah, good on. I'm not stunned. Good on ya. Genuinely.
Nothing like making over $1,000 every payday now. Woohoo! Although I gotta wait till beginning of 2026 to get it, because I got kind of screwed recently on the last 2 weeks since I didn't get the full-time job yet. But hey, work in progress, people. And then all the work towards getting my manga done now with all this extra money. Bet y'all can't wait to see My Blossom in Summer Volume 6, as conservatives will think of dirty things with Ayaka and Bunko as always.
And I'll keep thinking about them getting strangled to death by an American flag from Bunko and getting beaten to death by Ayaka's Bible.
No, Bunko will sodomize him with the flagpole.
Yes. Yes.
And they would deep down love it too.
Oh, they would. Because they're weird like that.
They're weird, and they'll call her slurs.
Even though they're the slurs.
Man, it's gonna feel awkward for them when she knows English too. So yeah, what do you gotta say about this fat fuck working class American now, pulling himself up by his bootstraps unlike conservatives?
Congratulations, genuinely.
Are you stunned about Mr. Employee of the Month?
Nah, you sounded like you were working very hard, and I was like, not stunned, but impressed. That I can say.
Now, for anyone who's not
impressed,
Now, for anyone who's not a dipshit and is actually putting in the effort to look for work or working, I hope me being Mr. Employee of the Month and literally pulling the South Park meme motivates you all to actually do better on your jobs or look for work, unlike dipshit conservatives. I am going to flex and flex and flex because you all deserve it. So, fuck you!
Yep.
Felt so good finally letting that all out. So now, how about we get to the next topic?
And that is right-wing grifters exploding at each other.
Now, of course, unfortunately...
God, I've been loving watching this.
Yep, of course, we were supposed to cover this, done this episode like over a week ago, people, but since I now work every day, it's kind of difficult to do so. So, this topic is very overdue. But it'll be funny to watch since, unlike these grifting cunts, I actually work for a living now, so I don't have time to watch them cry like babies when I roll silverware and they all get jealous. So, let's watch some rage and maul that they can't roll silverware, apparently.
Yeah.
Candace Owens is a fucking evil scumbag.
And that was Dimful crying about Candace Owens again because he's a Karen cunt like the
You
rest
just got
of
a
us.
small, tiny little taste of Tim Pool's unhinged rant about Candace Owens, where he lays into her for spreading conspiracy
Candace
theories about
Owens.
Charlie Kirk's murder and also accuses her of dividing...
Oh yeah, stupid cunt Candace Owens is spewing anti-Semitic garbage that Israel has killed Charlie Kirk. Have you heard about that one?
Yes, I've heard about that one. She said, like, everyone from Erica Kirk herself murdered him.
Oh yeah,
to TPUSA murdered him, to Israel murdered him, to the CIA murdered him. It's like basically everyone she doesn't like murdered Charlie Kirk.
Imagine being so anti-Semitic and crazy, people, for the grift.
Right? And that is one of multiple disputes taking place in the online right-wing grifter sphere. And I've got to say, this entire...
Now, since I have been working recently, maybe you can cover better of this for me to laugh at?
Okay, so basically, well, it started out with the sides. You got your Ben Shapiro's, your Mark Levin's,
Yep.
and them,
Dimple, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens.
who want to nuke Palestine and do a global Nakba against all Palestinians around the world. And our special envoy on anti-Semitism. That's for 144.5. Then you've got the other side, which is Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and gay catboy Nick Fuentes, who support Hitler and who are the ones who hate all Jewish people and want to put them in gas chambers again.
Sounds like they need to pull
Then
their...
you got like Alex Jones, and you got Alex Jones also on the Ben Shapiro, Mark Levin's, like protecting the midterms alongside Dim Full. So, and you got Nick Fuentes specifically attacking literally everybody.
Sounds like they need to actually pull themselves up by their bootstraps and get a job like some fat fuck here.
Entire space just feels cooked at this point. And I never thought that I would say that because I never thought that I would see the day when that happened, since all of
they're unemployable, unfuckable, and unlikable. And in case of Fuentes, he'd probably get murdered if he stepped outside his literal safe space.
That kid Fuentes needs to get laid.
these people are funded by the same billionaire donors, so you'd think they'd have an incentive to zip their lips. Nonetheless, it's all falling apart, and you can't not come to that conclusion given everything that's transpired over the past couple of months. I mean,
learn to write manga like someone.
Nick Fuentes went to war with Ben Shapiro.
By the way, not to flex, but since I'm working now, I actually got Scrivener on my phone, so now I write manga on my... I'm not rolling silverware.
Seemingly won. Ben Shapiro is now struggling to hit 30 and even 20,000 views on certain videos, despite having 7 million subscribers. Now, to be fair, some of his videos do still pop off from time to time. Nonetheless, it's a far cry from where he was just a couple of years ago when he was at the top of his game. Now, additionally, you've got right-wingers like Glenn Beck, off in La La Land somewhere, posting interviews with AI George Washington, which we are absolutely going to get to. But first, I just got to say that this thumbnail, when I saw it for the first time, I laughed so fucking hard. Because what are we doing here, Glenn? You're like 85 years old.
Glenn Beck?
What's the point of?
Or since we got to bring this up again, maybe you need to get back together with Anderson Cooper. And you know what that makes? Glenderson Booper.
But we'll talk about that later. Now, on top of all of this, you've got Milo Yiannopoulos back out of nowhere accusing multiple conservatives of being closeted homosexuals, which I love it so much. And he's also, as he's accusing a bunch of right-wingers of being homosexuals, he's claiming, actually, nobody's really gay. So, we're going to be eating good today, my friends, because we're going to talk about all of this bullshit and the implosion.
Gayest shit you could ever say, Nick.
Again, imagine not being able to work like a living like someone here.
On the right, generally speaking, not just because we love the drama, but because it is objectively good for the country. Because if these demons are too busy attacking each other or focusing on meaningless bullshit like AI George Washington, they're going to have less time to spread divisive propaganda that hurts the working class. But let's start with Tim Pool and go back to that rant that you saw earlier, where he called out Candace Owens after she made waves, claiming that Charlie Kirk was betrayed by the very organization that he founded, Turning Point USA. In fact, one of Charlie Kirk's former co-hosts responded to all of her claims, and Tim Pool did as well. And ironically, Tim Pool called her a grifter, and she predictably responded to him saying that, and it just escalated to the point where he had this crash out on his
You are in no position to call her a grifter when you are too. How about that one?
Podcast over Candace Owens.
Candace Owens is a fucking evil scumbag. She is a degenerate cunt. She is burning everything down, and she's gloating and smiling while she does it. And you know what you fucking told me? She has no security. She doesn't fucking deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me of one of the topics I wanted to bring up. About him supposedly getting shot at or something like that. Do you know anything about it since?
Not really, but apparently a guy came up to his bunker and to the gates of his bunker and started shooting at it. Shot at it a few times and then left.
Yeah, it's what I heard.
Apparently, Candace Owens thinks that didn't actually happen.
Yeah, I've heard something about that, but
she's also making shit up. Like she's claiming that that Tim Pool's brother shot at him once during an apparent home invasion, even though at the time Tim was 60 miles away in another state, according to Tim's father. It would not surprise me if Candace Owens goes after his father as well. That's only a matter of time.
Again, people, imagine not working all day like me.
Piece of shit. She's making everyone else suffer, and all of these fucking conservatives out there that send me these fucking messages have no fucking balls to call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these fucking messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't fucking DM me like I did something for you as you fucking cower, scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination, which he's doing to me right fucking now.
Conservative arguments against them and making them mad.
I'm fucking done with these people.
And making them sound moronic.
Level of you.
Oh, yeah, the one fat guy you mentioned with no wall and no barrier in a suburban neighborhood with neighbors. Shouldn't give two fucking shits. No one's after her. She's lying about all of this. You told me you went to her house.
He hates suburban people and wants to kill them all.
I think he's just jealous that I actually respect our name, unlike him.
And she's got a 4-foot wall and one fat guy. And she doesn't give a shit about our security. Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my fucking property, and I have to go live in the middle of nowhere. And I got fucking strangers coming up to my house in Maryland, breaking in.
Stop! He's the only unbased Marylander. He's not us regular Marylanders, people. Don't listen to this fuck.
I got people showing up and beating up the residents who try to live there. How the fuck am I even supposed to sell this property? And she claims she liked Charlie, she loved Charlie, and she is burning everything down that he built. Because she is evil.
Yeah, because she's a grifting cunt.
She is evil.
Like you.
And I'll say it again, this conservative movement is fractured.
Just like you, bastard.
It's fried, whatever it is. Okay? Republicans are on track to lose the midterms.
Tell us how you really feel.
They were actually trending in the direction.
Candace Owens in the head.
Or how about you be useful and take off your stupid beanie already?
Until Charlie Kirk was murdered.
Yeah.
And this is the point, isn't it? The most effective political assassination in history. And thanks to the likes of the vile cunt Candace Owens, she has turned Turning Point into the perpetrators of the crime that was against them. I don't get paid by any of these people. I'm not on good terms necessarily with Turning Point USA. They didn't invite me to their stupid event. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. They invited me back after I started criticizing Candace.
Seems like you're desperate to go.
I'm over all of this shit. The last thing that I need to deal with is a bunch of cowards in conservative media refusing to stand up to her. Megyn Kelly, come on. I appreciate the kind words, but come on. Such fucking pathetic bullshit. You know, and I get people saying, Tim, you know, thank you so much for talking about it. I don't care. I'm not doing a favor for anybody. I'm not doing this to benefit anybody. Nobody's paying me. There's no fucking Russia. There's no fucking Israel.
Oh,
there's just me sticking my neck out and then risking dying for what? A bunch of cowards that don't want to stand up to protect themselves? People like fucking Candace Owens?
I couldn't believe that she put
you are still being paid by Israel, and you are probably still receiving under
the idea that she didn't
under the table
that you had
payments from
some
Russia.
benefit or that you benefit some.
Just come out of the closet that you're a Russian Nazi already.
She benefited. I think she's a Fed, and I think she killed Charlie. No one benefited more than her.
Did you just?
Wow.
Did you just say Candace killed Charlie Kirk? Did he just?
I forgot about that part.
Damn.
When
Savage.
Candace Owens murdered him.
And I love how he's like, you know.
I am so glad when his assassination happened, I was too busy focused on getting work to focus on this stupid crap. Because I had to work the next day. Feels good focus on work instead of stupid crap like this, doesn't it, people?
Some people are calling me a hero for courageously standing up to Candace Owens because I could get killed for doing it, but I'm not a hero, okay? I'm but a humble servant for the cause of the conservative culture war, and if I become a casualty, so be it. It's a price I'm willing to pay, but please don't call me a hero. Please call me a hero. Tim, it's not that serious. I swear to God, it's not that serious. And he's suggesting that Candace Owens is inciting violence against him, but her fans are calling bullshit on Twitter, and some of them claim that they called the police department in his area to see if he actually filed police reports about anything that's been happening to him.
Again,
and they claim that there's no such thing. Now, I don't know who's telling the truth because all these people are notorious liars, so we should take everything that all of them say with a grain of salt. It is plausible that he's receiving violent threats, as all public figures do, but in all honesty, I do understand why he's so angry with Candace Owens, because she really is dividing the right with all of her shenanigans, and regardless if she believes what she's saying or not, she is monetarily benefiting from everything, and she is the biggest she's ever been. Like, she's arguably
Candace Owens,
especially with 2026 coming up. I would like that.
Left to the left.
Wouldn't you like seeing Democrats win every single election next year? I would love that.
Yes.
And then remember, 67 seats in Senate, people, and then we could finally impeach Trump for the third time, and this time make it for real. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
The biggest right-wing entertainer. So I see where Tim Pool is coming from in a sense, because if a left-wing figure was acting like a wrecking ball on our side, I feel like I'd be pretty pissed off too, because my goal would be to focus on the more important issues. But with that being said, you know, Tim Pool doesn't have any important issues that he wants to focus on, and this isn't happening on my side, and I don't have a horse in this race. So personally, I love what Candace Owens is doing, and she responded to his rant by taking the higher road, writing on Twitter, he's genuinely not well right now. I wouldn't turn this into a cheap internet moment. There's just so clearly something personal going on in his life. It's hard to run a business, and he's under pressure. Pray he comes through it. I've got to say, as demonic as she is very good at this. Like, you can't deny the talent that she has. Love her, hate her, she knows what she's doing. She knows exactly what to say and how patronizing she needs to be to just get under his skin at the right level to make him lose his fucking shit. And it's why so many people love watching her, because she's entertaining. Whereas, you know, a million Tim Pools already exist. So, like, you can watch him talk about how immigrants are bad, or Stephen Crowder talk about how immigrants are bad, or tune into Fox News and see Jesse Waters talk about how immigrants are bad. Or you can tune into Candace Owens, where she's talking about how all of these people are out to kill her, and how Charlie Kirk was murdered by the very people who he trusted the most, and how the world is fucking like collapsing in on itself due to a black hole. I mean, if given the choice and you're a right-wing viewer of this kind of content, like, it's kind of a no-brainer. You're going to go for Candace Owens. So, you know, if I had to guess, part of me also thinks that this is a jealousy factor as well for Tim Pool, because, you know, she's at the top of her game, whereas he's very clearly losing relevance. But Tim Pool was in the spot
doing other productive things like building teams to test your D&D homebrew.
See, that's too much thinking there, sir, for conservatives, remember?
Yep.
Next thing you're going to tell them about fear.
Spotlight for a different reason this week, because for some reason he decided to bring on Milo Yiannopoulos, and he decided to then drop some metaphorical bombs himself. For example, he claims that the late Charlie Kirk was actually a closeted homosexual. So note the irony here. Tim Pool is pissed off that Candace Owens is disgracing Charlie Kirk by benefiting off of it. But I mean, he brought on Milo Yiannopoulos, who he knew would say some...
No, I reckon... I got a conspiracy. Erica Kirk was going to divorce Charlie because Charlie was cheating on her with Candace Owens, and Erica was cheating on him with couch fucker JD Vance.
There we go. At least you remember he's a couch rapist.
Some crazy shit like this. And he kind of like doesn't have a lot of room to talk. Nonetheless, here's what Milo Yiannopoulos said about Charlie Kirk.
God, Milo!
Somebody tweeted today that Candace said that she believed that they were about to get a divorce. I think he was gay. I think
this guy still a thing?
Come on, you know that I've criticized.
I have no idea.
I'm sorry, Tim, but like, why would you even go there, like, to say something like that?
I'll tell you why.
No, the man's dead. You're calling now. You think he's
gay? That's when people can tell the truth.
It is genuinely hilarious that George Santos, of all people, is acting like he has standards and decency. Sir, you are George Santos. You scammed a veteran trying to get medical treatment for his dog, and his dog died because of what you did. Please spare us the bullshit. Don't act like anything is beneath you. But regarding Milo's claim, as an expert on the subject matter myself, I have to say, I think he's completely wrong about Charlie Kirk. I never got gay vibes from Charlie Kirk, but Milo is probably saying that because he wants to make headlines, and I think that Tim Pool knew that Milo Yiannopoulos would say some crazy shit that would bring him views that he admitted are low right now due to the holiday season. They're low for everybody, typically during this time of year, so people get desperate and they do things like that. Now,
Dim fool. Get a job like a certain fat fuck Marylander here. Ha 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 ha. You try and be Mr. Employee of the Month. Oh, wait. You can't do it because you have no skills.
Nonetheless, Milo Yiannopoulos delivered.
All
but
you
he
got
named
for
it
skills is raging and crying like a baby.
different figure on the right. And this one is making waves, and I think it's making waves because he's 100% correct about the person he's talking about. And I don't think that Milo Yiannopoulos has some like special gay spidey sense. I think that he said what he said because it's an open secret that this person in particular is gay because he accidentally outed himself years ago. You all know who I'm talking about. It's Benny Johnson, a.k.a. Jenny Bonson. And Milo Yiannopoulos confirmed that he is indeed gay based on his own circumstantial evidence.
One of the most distinctive things about the right wing in this country is its homosexual overtones. Benny Johnson posts pictures of his children every 2 days. It's weird. And everybody knows what went on with Benny Johnson in those lobbies and in those hotel rooms at SAS. Everybody knows.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Men, younger men, not underage. At least I don't know that. His wife was crying drunk in the lobby 3 sasses in a row about how her husband was upstairs with boys.
Come on.
But go ask her.
Come on.
Go ask her.
Come on, Milo.
Go ask her.
Milo, aren't you ever scared of getting sued?
I love how George Santos basically told us that he agreed with Milo without telling us he agreed with Milo, because rather than shutting down the rumor like he did with Charlie Kirk, he just feigned ignorance and asked if Milo was afraid of being sued. Because I think that George Santos also knows that Milo is actually correct for once when it comes to this person. Now, this person on Twitter had the funniest response to Milo's allegation, who said, Milo says he has proof conservative influencer Benny Johnson is secretly gay. I see Benny's selfies like this one, which is honestly all the proof I need. Now, in fairness to Jenny Johnson, that's a screenshot from a video that he recorded where he was LARPing as an ICE agent. Nonetheless, the point still stands. It's very gay-coded because Jenny Bonson accidentally did come out to the world back in 2017, so you can't unsee that. Now, for those who don't know, I always love to bring this up. In a now deleted tweet, Benny Johnson complained about the gay advertisement on the Military Times website while not knowing that was an advertisement based on his own search history. And even though he desperately wants the
imagine not being just accepting who you are. Why can't you just accept who you are just like we can accept we're straight? It's simple and easy, isn't it?
Internet to forget about that. The internet will never forget about that. But putting that aside, he's also left additional other crumbs of homosexuality here and there throughout the years. For example, before he was fired from BuzzFeed for plagiarism, he wrote an article for them titled "Which President Looks Sexiest in a Swimsuit?" with the subtitle "Commander in Brief." And he remarked about the Kennedys and how they were naturals on the beach, and commented how stripes were a nice look for FDR. And a year later, in 2014, he called a Republican Senate candidate a beefcake. A year after that, he remarked that young Rand Paul was a, quote, stud. And Milo Yiannopoulos did boost all these old tweets from Benny Johnson, just FYI, because of course he would. He's trying to bolster his point. Now, to be fair to Benny Johnson, straight men can also admire good-looking men. That's not like definitive proof that he's gay. Although there is some much more concrete proof that he is gay, because former BuzzFeed writer Saeed Jones does corroborate Milo's claim, saying, "I made out with Benny Johnson in an empty dressing room at a BuzzFeed holiday party in 2013. It haunts me to this day." He goes on to explain that everybody was drunk because there was an open bar, and adds, "Benny and I went into a dressing room and started kissing. Would have gone further, but he said something cringe enough to snap me back to my senses. I rolled my eyes and left." Now, after Saeed spilled this tea, other former BuzzFeed colleagues of Benny Johnson reached out to him, and he said this: "I'm not naming names, but I was just informed I wasn't even the only guy Benny made out with that night." So even though Milo Yiannopoulos says a lot of shit, this is one instance where the broken clock happens to be right, because what he's saying is indeed plausible, we'll say. Nonetheless, Jenny Bonson was not happy to hear what Milo said about him, and responded in the gayest way imaginable, and by threatening to sue. He tweeted, "I am duty-bound to take action to protect my family against those who maliciously defame and attack us. More to come on that soon. Pray for healing for some really sick and delusional people. Jesus is about redemption. The legal system is about justice." And to prove he's not gay, he shared this picture of him and his beard, writing, "I know this is going to trigger some people, but here's my family. We're happy, they're miserable. That's why we win."
There is actually, I've thought of, there's actually is one use for AI in this situation.
Oh no.
We need them to Photoshop. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Vladimir Putin and Benny Johnson making out.
Oh, he would love that though. Don't forget.
I know.
Don't forget Pooh Bear's G.
Yep.
Added leaked scandalous photo of our true secret life. Praise God. Now, the reason why I said that his response was gay is because this is a very defensive response, which is a red flag. If you're actually straight and you have nothing to hide, then you're just like, yeah, whatever. You know, he is miserable. I'm happy. And I have a wonderful life, and I love my wife, and I think she knows that, you know, I'm very much attracted to her. But he didn't do that.
These fuckers would probably be like the guy who I took their job from and fail at rolling silverware when it's so simple, people.
He got super defensive and shared the picture of him and his beard and was like, yeah, see, I have kids, therefore I've slept with a woman at least 4 times, so I can't possibly be gay. And that's just a very gay way to say that, because like if you were truly straight, you just wouldn't be bothered by that at all. And I don't think he understands that if he tries to sue Milo Yiannopoulos over this, then everyone, including his own fans, are going to be talking about whether or not he's gay, even if they're defending him. That will be the conversation, which is not something that a straight man wants to deal with, especially if you believe that homosexuality is icky. So if he actually does sue Milo, that would be the worst career move he makes in his entire life. But Milo seems to want it to happen because he responded to Benny's legal threat with an unnecessarily long screed about how he actually knows more about defamation than any lawyer Benny could possibly hire, and goes on to say that Discovery would destroy Benny Johnson's career because it would confirm that he's gay. And he also called his wife ugly because, you know, why wouldn't he say that? Oh, and just today, Milo speculated that Jordan Peterson is actually dead in response to a health update from his daughter. So needless to say, Milo has been very busy.
Now they're speculating about Jordan Peterson being dead. You guys are so terminally online obsessed over everything. I am so glad I work unlike you peasants.
Lately, and he strategically attached himself to Candace Owens to regain relevance, and it seems to be working. But at the same time that he calls out closeted homosexuals on the right, he's claiming that nobody is actually homosexual, and he'd know as an ex-gay himself. And I want to show you what he said on Tucker Carlson's show, because I just find this funny.
Are you gay? Were you gay? Like, what is gay?
Yeah, we know that you're the gayest gay that ever gayed.
We've been encouraged to think of this. It's an icky subject. Like straight men don't want to think about.
No, it's okay.
That.
I mean, it's reached.
But you invited me.
Well, I invited you because I have
you idiots
not,
who deny it.
not wanted to be engaged with the topic at all.
Exactly.
I don't have super strong personal feelings about it, but all of a sudden, it has become like a defining fact of the West that we have a huge gay population. Like, what does that
sodomy.
But no one wants to talk about it.
You're talking about it now, dipshit.
Yep,
But it's low-key hilarious that Milo Yiannopoulos, of all people, is saying this because he's walking proof that nobody chooses to be gay. Like, he exudes homosexuality from his pores. He can't help himself.
You're more of a cuck. Hey,
others.
oh, they're not gonna get this one, but this is gonna really sting. You guys are more of a cuck than Kazuya from Rent a Girlfriend, which we'll be talking about later on.
That man is a walking rainbow flag. You can't look at that person and not deduce, oh yeah, he's definitely born gay. Like, despite what he's saying now, despite the whole ex-gay charade, which we all know is a ruse because he wants to regain his audience that he lost. And his argument, I believe, is that homosexuality is the result of demon possession, literally, and you have to resist the gay demon that's always tempting you. But really? I'm sorry, you wouldn't be tempted in the first place by said gay demon if you weren't just gay. And the people who always make the it's a choice argument always end up telling on themselves in some way, shape, or form. Like rapper Bussy, for example.
Unfuckable. And they're complete losers.
Damn, imagine being more of a loser than me.
Example, which is one of my favorite instances of somebody outing themselves who said this about Lil Nas X.
You don't feel that disrespect going dance naked? You don't think that's disrespect in front of boys who trying to be straight? It's totally disrespect.
Yes, because if you want to be straight men will be the first to tell you that you've got to work really hard at it, okay? It doesn't come easily. It's like a muscle you have to train.
Yeah,
all of the straight men in the world achieve heterosexual...
Because you're gay.
Yeah, I know, it's really hard being straight, ain't it, pal?
Only because they resisted the big gay demon. It is so fucking hilarious to see them all say this. And speaking of gay demons, Tucker Carlson, who claims that he was literally physically attacked by a demon, seems to be battling with a gay demon himself, possibly, lately.
Oh my God,
and I say that because of this exchange that he had with Piers Morgan out of nowhere on his show.
Would you say the word faggot on camera?
No.
Why?
Because
you don't want to get arrested, do you?
Doesn't want to be arrested.
Cocker, you won't be arrested.
Is that like gay bashing? What's wrong with that?
Actually, my whole issue with the whole trans debate, for example, is you don't need to slide into actually saying very stuff about trans people to make the point that women's rights should be protected. You don't need to.
Well, I agree.
So what? I don't believe.
No, but it's a magic word.
I don't believe in
Cocker,
needlessly.
why are you making Piers
Morgan
of all people anybody?
I just think.
Why would you use that word?
Yeah.
Why is it that you people always gotta make stupid people like you look good? I hate it.
I just did.
Yeah, but would you?
It's because they're even stupider than the people they're going after.
And Tucker Carlson, of course, obsessed with saying faggot. Gee, I wonder why.
I'm using it because you're not allowed to because you're...
Because he's having a gay
are allowed to say faggot.
Narnia.
You are allowed to say faggot, Cucker. You just have to deal with the social consequences of it.
Go ahead.
Like, for example,
I love gay people.
In the face.
For those who don't know, this is actually how Christians rebuke gay demons. They have to say the F slur multiple times. I think it's 3 times. They might have to look in the mirror. I don't know. But they say the F slur 3 times, and then the gay demon goes away at least for 24 hours. It's like a snooze alarm. And then the temptation to suck cock goes away for a little bit.
For that one. Oh, remember when I said the N-word?
Let me try to give you my read on that situation. I think that Tucker Carlson has recently been hyper-fixated on homosexuality himself lately because I think like that's giving I'm bisexual and I jerked off to gay porn again recently and I'm trying to figure out why this gay demon just won't go away. I did really good. It's been years since I've done that, but you know, it's back and I'm going on a crusade now to figure out why this gay demon is haunting me again, and I'm going to ask Milo Yiannopoulos how he was able to overcome it in hopes that he could help me. That's what that's giving, right? I could be wrong. I don't know. But that's the sense that I get because the way that they talk about this is so bizarre. Like, I don't think straight dudes spend this much time thinking about dudes fucking other dudes. I mean,
I don't know about you, but you know what I think about every day? Getting ready to work and make money. That's what I think of every day pretty much, other than NFL.
I certainly don't spend time thinking about straight people boning each other. It's just, I feel like normal people, well-balanced, adjusted people, which right-wingers are not, they don't have these thoughts. They just let people live their lives, and then they live their lives. But I mean, you know, it's funny because with everything happening in the country, it's amazing that this is a huge concern to Tucker Carlson. Like, serious people, right? But I'm bringing this up because this all ties back to Jenny Bonson, who boasted about how, unlike Tucker Carlson, he actually did get Piers Morgan to say the F slur, which I guess in theory makes him more straight than Tucker Carlson. Now, he of all people shouldn't touch this subject with a 10-foot pole, because people in his replies reminded him that it's not edgy when he says the F slur because he's gay. But here's the clip in question. Now, just watch the gay-ass reaction on Benny's face when he thinks that he backed Piers Morgan into a corner. Like that right there, that's all the proof you'll ever need, but just watch.
I've grown up thinking that an English word for a cigarette is a fag. Is that correct?
Right. And actually, a faggot...
So is that a hate crime?
A faggot, if you use it about a foodstuff, which it is in parts of England, is not offensive at all. It's only when you use it against gay people that it's deemed to be a homophobic slur.
Matters. But then aren't you implying intent?
Context matters, people. Like when I talked about the N-word bumps ago. And that's and that is why I said the N-word multiple times and nothing happened. Did I get canceled? Oh, wait, I didn't, because context.
As though like the law somehow like understands how someone is using a word, and the law is like, aren't you playing God then in this situation?
Yeah, Pierce, aren't you playing God by not using the F slur in certain contexts?
Look good? I hate this.
What? Like, homosexuality aside,
I mean, this
man's a fucking idiot, which is why it's
longer to come around on the Palestinian genocide than Jeremy fucking Clarkson.
Like,
Jeremy Clarkson turned on Israel first.
Like, people, come on, just stop making people look good when they're terrible themselves. Come on.
Tragedy that he no longer works for BuzzFeed, because I think that was content that was more suitable for his intellectual capacity, where he'd rank the 7 ugliest buildings in DC, calling them gross, and how John McCain's first mention of Twitter on the Senate floor was, quote, adorable. But by now, you should be getting a sense as to why people who watch right-wing media are so goddamn stupid, because these are the people they look up to. These are the intellectuals that they get their political news from. It's just amazing. And I haven't forgotten about Glenn Beck, by the way, his interview with AI George Washington, which I think truly encapsulates the essence of right-wing stupidity.
Based on your writings, the writings of the rest of the founders, what is it that you feel is the biggest problem, or where we should start to fix things?
Yeah, he did this.
If I may
Beck did this.
speak plainly, my countrymen, the greatest danger to our republic lies not in foreign arms or political faction, but in the decay.
May I just interrupt you for a
second? Could you just dumb it down?
Okay.
I do have 29 points, and they're all referenced to exactly what we said in the past. Just speak in today's language. Okay, I get it.
Oh, I saw it, and it's like...
Let me speak to Americans.
Why? Why did you
If I'm honest,
why are you doing this? Oh, wait,
America's biggest problem isn't political or economic. It's all moral.
That was incredibly fucking cursed. But I find it hilarious that the AI was like, the greatest danger to our republic lies not in foreign arms and political factions. And then Glenn Beck was like, hold on, no. You have to dumb that down. That's too complicated. And then the AI started talking again. And then, like, it was still too complicated, so Glenn Beck had to cut it off again and was like, no, dumb it down even further. Bro, if you needed to regurgitate bullshit to you at, like, a kindergarten level, maybe that's a sign that you're not qualified to offer political commentary. But I guess I just don't understand what the point of this is overall, because we don't need to hear from a slave-owning, wig-wearing dinosaur who shit in holes in the ground. But, I mean, if you did, why resurrect an AI version of him when you can just read what he wrote and then tell your viewers...
Glanderson Booper.
It's so funny that no one's gonna know that reference. I'm this old drunken peasants fan.
What he wrote, offer your interpretation, like, you know, a political commentator would. It just feels like this is the boomer version of PragerU for kids, and we don't need another AI making conservatives dumber.
Remember how Uncle Tommy Sodomizer got from it?
I can't wait for him to call me a cracker or a honky again. Remember those days?
Yeah.
And they already are. But listen, we've talked about a bunch of shit happening, what right-wing dipshits are fighting about, all of the things that they're doing to, I guess, regain relevance. I went on multiple tangents, but the takeaway is that this space is a fucking mess. And I hope that that video demonstrated that today. And the conservative movement is aimless and messy because they're faced with the fact right now that they finally got everything that they want politically, but things still aren't getting better. In fact, things are getting worse rapidly. Trump is deporting immigrants and dismantling the federal government and cutting social safety net programs, yet conditions are only getting worse when they said that if you do these things, things will get better. So I don't think that they're intelligent enough to realize that this is proof that their entire worldview is a sham, nor would they be able to fight through the cognitive dissonance to acknowledge that reality even if they were smart enough. But everything that we're seeing is the direct result of the failure of the conservative project, the failure of Donald Trump and the MAGA movement. They're like the dog that caught the car and now they don't know what to do. They're imploding and attacking each other and trying to figure out what to hitch their wagon to, and it's getting ugly, but you'll have to see it. So grab some popcorn and enjoy the shit show, because their loss could very well be our gain if we play our cards right. And I say we as the left more broadly speaking, but with that being said, don't interrupt them, don't take sides, let them fight and watch.
Be like skeletons in Minecraft. Watch them fight and then kill whoever survives. So yeah, what do you guys say about the terminal online right-wing meltdown they had while I'm busy working like a Chad unlike them? Sad.
Perfect.
Sad, pathetic.
It's always good to see.
See, this is what happens when you idiots don't work. See what happens to you, unlike me? Alright, so now what's next?
Next topic on the list is Catboy Nick Fuentes exposing himself again and again. How many times has he done it?
Again, imagine being so terminally online you can't, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. So let's see what Catboy Nazi's obsessed with now.
Yep. So Nick Fuentes, the leader of the Groypers and the far-right pundit, he went on a podcast recently, and he decided to give his audience of young men, legion of young men that follow him, he was going to give them some dating advice and some relationship.
Imagine going to freaking Catboy Nazi for dating advice. That dude thinks like
going to a gay Catboy Nazi for a dating advice. That is very, very weird
advice here. So let's take a listen, and then we'll break it down. By the way, there are too many podcasts. There's too many podcasts. Like, who the fuck is this kid that's on the screen right now? What is this? This is like
looks
twink
like
Lex Friedman.
Should get a job.
This is like Lex Friedman's younger brother. Fucking like Carrot Top Friedman here. Like, I have no idea who this person is. I don't want to know who this person is. We need to a complete and total shutdown of more podcasts until we can figure out what the hell is going on. That's what we need. Yes. All right, let's dive in.
And the best thing, why do you think Hassan will take your #1 spot as progressive podcaster? There we go. And then we can make fun of you in your place.
Dating women is gay.
Well, here's what I think is gay. It is gay to date women.
Unless you're a woman, then no.
Bruh. What's gay about it? What's gay about it is that, when I think about relations between men and women, it's about sex. All of my views about men and women come down to the biological imperative, which is that when a man and woman reach the age of sexual maturity, they want to have sex. According to Catholic sexual morality, the only way to have sex is within marriage. That's what makes it moral.
That's kind of crazy to say. Morality doesn't play into it at all, in my opinion. I mean, I get that he's a Catholic and he's trying to go based off their ideology here, but imagine calling it immoral to have sex as a 23-year-old before you're married with your committed girlfriend. How is that immoral? Is a handjob immoral? Is a blowjob immoral? How does morality play into it? By the way, from the same guy who was just preaching on his show the other day about illegally and offensively invading Venezuela and doing a regime change there, he's in favor of that. That's not immoral. But, getting your dick sucked is immoral prior to being married. I mean, what am I supposed to do with this?
Sex is within marriage. That's what makes it moral. Because to have sex is to have kids. Unless there's something wrong with you. To have sex is to have kids.
Or maybe they don't want kids.
Kids need a mother and a father.
Exactly.
To have sex is to have kids. No, to have sex can also be for the pleasure of it. You could just fuck for the pleasure of it. Kids need a mother and father. No, it's good to have two parents, two adult figures, but studies have shown that the kids of gay couples fare phenomenally well, in some cases even better than the kids of straight couples.
What matters is financial
So yet again, like wrong or wrong. I'm trying not to pause every 7 seconds, but I can't fucking help it.
That are going to stick together. So the way that you build a stable society is to say the mother and the father are going to have to be together before they have kids and have sex. They're going to have to be made one flesh. They're going to have to. That's their obligation to their children. That's their obligation to God. And so my view of sex in the United States is people should be getting married younger. Because what they're doing now is they're going out and they're having a lot of hookups or having a lot of casual sex, which I don't think anybody's really, in the end, deeply satisfied with this arrangement.
You know what else is deeply unsatisfying? Is to get married too young when you don't know yourself and your partner doesn't know themselves and you guys are not really fucking compatible and you jump into it because it's the thing to do and then you're fucking miserable. There's very few examples of like, oh, I married my high school sweetheart like straight out of high school and everything was fucking hunky-dory. No, those are usually the nightmare stories. Those are usually the like, holy shit, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Because they say like your brain fully develops by the time you're like 25. If you like marry your high school sweetheart and you get married when you're like 20 or some shit,
there are some
like
who never properly
it's just
develop.
a bad idea, bro. It's just a bad idea. Usually those are the ones where, you know, they end up hating each other and they end up getting divorced, right? I imagine a much higher success rate if you get married when you're older, right? You know yourself, your partner knows themselves. You can come together on an equal slate and on clear terms where you're sort of established, they're sort of established. It's like the younger you get, the more fucking chaotic it is, the more your brain isn't fully developed, and the more you're just unsure of yourself. And
stability and patterns and all that, it's called get a job.
Unsure of themselves, and it's hard for that to work in the long run. And by the way, I also love the idea of a guy who's like
and you'll work every day.
Openly never been in a relationship, and giving relationship advice. Like, what the fuck would you know about any of this shit? For real, like, what would you know?
And then you have to go to the pile.
He says he's never been in a relationship, supposed to be a virgin, right? I don't know if that's true, but it's quite a thing to do. To like, this is a heavy lift for somebody who's never done any of it, right?
So people reach the age of sexual maturity, they want to have sex, they go out and have lots of sex, and they wait maybe 5, 10, 15 years. They wait until they're in their mid-20s, late 20s, 30s, before when the women are past their prime in looks, they wait for men to really have all their ducks in a row. Then finally, now we want to have kids. And what happens? Well, at that point, the women aren't particularly fertile. Maybe they're only going to have a couple of kids.
Let's see. My mom had me when she was 35. Seems that's a bunch of bullshit.
And also at that point, maybe both of them have had a lot of sexual partners and they've become maybe bitter, cynical, set in their ways. They haven't grown together.
Imagine
that sounds like projection,
thinking that would be the result of having sexual partners before marriage. No, it's literally another example of like, get to know yourself, know your body, know your way around the female body.
Remember,
right?
He's a gay cat boy.
Yeah, Kyle, he's never seen a woman's body before, other than his love pillow.
Like, you learn through experience, and he makes it seem like that's like vile and grotesque and horrible. Like, no, what's more likely to be vile and grotesque and horrible is two virgins having sex for the first time after they got married when they're like fucking 19 or some shit.
Yes, beat me. Yes,
I mean,
beat me. Keep beating me with your Bible, Ayaka.
That's right. Shove it up my ass, that flagpole. Wait, what?
Jesus Christ, that'd be the worst sex of all time.
Partners, and they've become maybe bitter, cynical, set in their ways.
Nick heard what the sort of things we said about him on this show.
He'll probably call us racist or something.
Haven't grown together. It makes it less likely they'll stay together. This is a very dysfunctional situation. And so my prescription for men and women is get married a lot younger. When they reach that by
just come out of the closet and admit you're gay. And get with your catboy boyfriend that you wanted to be with for a long time.
And remember remember people, when he says marry him young, he means like 15, 14 and younger and all that.
Biological age of maturity.
Just evil.
And then they're supposed to have kids. Then when the men and women are young and energetic, that's when they're having a big family and they can take care of a big family because they have energy. And then they grow together. They mature and grow into adults together, and they're more likely to stay together. The reason that dating is gay...
I love the idea that he thinks it's great advice to say, get married younger. Get married when you don't know shit about shit. Your brain's not developed. Their brain's not developed. You don't even know what you like. That'll work out well.
Is because it's sterile. There's something very sterile about dating. Men are using condoms. What's gayer than using a condom? Preventing
having sex with a man as a man is gayer than using a condom. Having sex with a woman as a woman is gayer than using a condom. What the fuck are you talking about?
Or your virile seed from impregnating a woman. Not to sound graphic, but like that's very gay. It's gay.
So having sex for pleasure is gay? I mean, come on, man. What the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing here? Also.
Again, this sounds like someone who needs to get a job.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna shut up. I reeled myself in, pat myself on the back.
Come out of the closet, get with his catboy boyfriend, and.
But do you think he could
get who he is?
But do you think he could get a job like a certain fatty?
Nope. Oh, definitely not.
You're saying he can't roll silverware like a certain fat fuck?
Nope. He wouldn't even know how to.
Control for a woman to be on birth control and like denying the creation of life. It's gay for men and women to be not married but texting each other all day.
What is wrong with
liking your significant other?
Nick,
fucking gross, bro.
Just
imagine enjoying their company.
Seriously.
Imagine wanting to hear their thoughts about stuff, bro.
I am
fucking
so
disgusting.
glad I am so focused on working.
You know what's not gay? Texting your bros all day, bro.
And watching Disney movies and cuddling together and, playing this sort of game throughout college and then into early adulthood. Will they or won't they? Am I going to get married? Maybe. Maybe we'll live together.
The only time in my life I've played a game, I've played games when dating is when I was a young idiot. When you're more manipulative and you're more like trying to find a way to get them to like you a lot. And so like you'll make a point of like, oh, I see she texted me. I'm not going to respond for 2 hours to get her thinking more about me. Right? You think you're such a genius coming up with this. What if I don't respond right away? I bet she'll want what she can't have. Like, that's the only time I've been like that. As you get older, you gain more wisdom. You're more secure in yourself. And so there are no games. The games go away. So you got to get like the exact opposite of the advice he's giving is the advice I would give. Literally the exact opposite.
To early adulthood. Will they or won't they? Am I going to get married? Maybe. Maybe we'll live together. I think the whole thing is just deeply unserious and just very kind of juvenile and immature.
You're already unserious.
So finding out what you want to do in life, finding out what makes you happy, finding out if you're compatible, that's immature and unserious. But it's not immature and unserious to be, how old is he? 27 years old? 27 years old and not dated.
Good job!
Not trying to get married in any way, shape, or form. That's totally fine.
Lazy fuck.
It's just like, it's amazing how the criticism is always for others, right? It's not for him. It's for
I love
others.
using conservatives
It's like,
about getting a job.
you're the one who's the ultimate arbiter of what relationships are and aren't good. Meanwhile, you've never had a girlfriend and you're fucking 27 years old and you're single and you're judging everybody else.
Sounds like
what the
they're
fuck is
failures, unlike
and just
me.
very kind of juvenile and immature.
Yep.
And I think that it kind of reflects like a Arrested Development. It's like a stunted.
If that's Arrested Development, what the fuck are you? Because at least they're dating, right? And by the way, let me be clear. I actually don't judge people who... There was a while where I thought, I just want to be single, right? Like, maybe I'll be single for life.
Single is
and
the
then
best.
Things happened. Met somebody who I'm super compatible with, and I'm not.
Karen
right? But like,
crying moan about everything.
It's just so bizarre.
Especially with my
it's so
history with
bizarre
women,
watching him judge others from the perspective he has. Like, you are more immature than they are by your own logic, right? It would have to be the case.
Growth and maturity. So I think, it's not, I'm not saying that getting married to a woman's gay. I'm saying that all of this nonsense that surrounds modern dating culture is extremely sterile and unserious and very feminine and very gay.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Maybe you just don't like women.
Like
maybe you just don't like women. If you like women, yeah, you're willing to go through some stuff, right? You're willing to. Okay, I might not like this fucking movie on this Disney movie, like to use his example, or this fucking Hallmark Channel movie or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I'll fucking suck it up and watch it. Why not? There's compromise in relationships, right? She might not like, I'll take her to a golf event or a tennis event. Maybe that's not her favorite thing to see.
Yeah,
but
you're just a failure.
Give and take. She comes to that. She might not really want to. I'll watch the fucking Hallmark.
No, he is because he's evil.
That is mature. That is adult, and that is you do stuff like that when you're in love and when you like the opposite sex, right? And he just reframes that as like that's somehow gay. Okay, well, I'm still not done because he's bringing back his greatest hits. That's what this answer was, and I like how Twink Lex Friedman is not looking very satisfied with Nick Fuentes' answer there. This is the original clip where he made the argument, and this is why he was asked that question in this recent podcast. Here we go.
What, people calling me gay because I've never had a girlfriend?
I think if anything, it makes me less gay. If anything, it makes me not gay. As opposed to less gay. Not that there's any gay, but it makes me not gay. Well, because think about it this way. You know, gay people do date girls all the time. Real. And when I said on Elijah Schaefer's show, when they said, have you ever been in a romantic relationship? Have you ever had sex with a girl? And I said, no. If you name searched me on Twitter, as I always do, all these gay people are coming out and saying, I've had more girlfriends than Nick. I've had more girls than Nick.
Jeez, he's a terminally
online gay not only is that thinking flawed, but actually it's the reverse. That actually makes me really more heterosexual than anyone.
Like me?
If we're really being honest, never having a girlfriend, never having sex with a woman, really makes you more heterosexual. Because honestly, dating women is gay. Having sex with women is gay. And
we know it's gay to be straight. We know
having sex with men is gay. And it's all gay. And if you want to know the truth, the only really straight heterosexual position is to be an asexual incel. That's it. So that's all there is. Being a MGTOW asexual incel is really the straightest position that you can have.
Incel is straight.
I hope, is he kidding? Am I being the autistic one here? I kind of hope he's kidding. I kind of partly think he's kidding. But other people who watch this who think like, no, he's spitting right now, bro. He's spitting right now.
I'm Nick
Being
Fuentes.
asexual means you're asexual, not gay. Being gay means you're gay. Being straight means you're straight. But he's sort of flipped it so that being straight is gay. Why? Again, maybe because he's not too fond of women.
I think that it's really a gay act to begin with.
Think
about it this way. What's gayer than being like, I need cuddles, I need kisses, I need the...
Is he under the impression that, like, this is what men say? like that's what men do when you're in a relationship or a marriage? Oh, I need cuddles, I need kisses.
To do with his cat boy.
You know, you don't have to do that. And most people don't do that. You could just not do that, but be in a relationship.
I need to spend time with a woman.
I think anyone's mind to go around the house in a maid outfit and all that. That's my kid.
Liking women is gay. Wanting to be around women is gay.
Go right ahead.
But wanting to be around men, on the other hand, super straight. Super straight. It reminds me of all the overcompensation. You've seen all these people that, like, you know, they'll wear like a fucking camo thing and have a camo hat and a big fucking phallic cigar, and they'll do
super straight to cover up the fact that we're so far in the closet we're having gay orgies in Narnia.
Actually, I'm more straight than you because I work. How about that one?
Steroids and shit, and they'll be in an all-wood room, and it's like, oh yeah,
I know,
bro,
I can't help being savage because I just do simple things like work.
And meanwhile, those are the ones who are secretly dreaming of cock, right? It's like those very vehemently anti-gay people who, you know, wind up trying to suck somebody off in a New Jersey Turnpike bathroom. There's a thing here, right? There's a thing here. It's like, thou doth protest too much. You're too vehemently anti-gay. You're too vocally anti-gay. And those are the ones who are secretly, like, jealous of gay people. I'm getting a hint of that here, right? I'm getting a massive hint of that here. Let's see what else we got. This guy says, homosexual Nick Fuentes says he misses his catboy era. Admits to being bullied into pretending to care about the nuclear family because of optics. Okay.
As Connor MC Grow, I % $10. I miss your femboy era.
What's the femboy? I was never a femboy. It was the catboy era, okay? Not femboy.
What on earth am I looking at here? What on earth am I looking at here?
I'm pretty
Who is
sure
this
that
guy with the
doesn't look
six-pack
legal for YouTube to look
about to choke down a dildo, and why is Nick got that face on looking at homie like that? What is happening?
Boy, let's get it straight. It was the catboy era. I miss it too. They bullied me out of it, you know? It was funny. And Vosh made up a bunch of nonsense about it.
Vosh? What did you do, bro? What did you do? Did you highlight this, what he was up to? And that made people go, huh, interesting.
Nonsense about it. And then I had to capitulate for the sake of optics and say, no, we want to be trad and get married, and women are awesome. So, yeah, it was awesome, wasn't it?
Except who you are, for God's sake. It's not a big deal.
The fuck? Bro, I'm going to leave it up to y'all, man. You guys tell me. But I'm getting all sorts of messages coming off these clips, dog. Like, it is barely beneath the surface, if you ask me. The happiest moment of Nick Fuentes' life is date with the cat boy. Live your truth already, asshole. Okay, let's see what we got.
Yeah, everyone always talks about who's taller. So
I'm taller.
Yeah, he's clearly
taller.
Well, Nick's 7 foot, and I'm only
you're
like
walking
6'9".
You're walking on the curb right now. Can't the chat can't see you. You're walking. You're walking on the curb.
So, me
and Nick were hanging out last night.
See it.
We come home.
Everything you say points to you being gay.
This your king, y'all?
Also, I seem to have lost
this your king,
sound
Groypers?
from
I'm just
you,
asking.
Tim.
I'm just asking.
Oh, there
this
we
your
go.
king?
Sort of.
Look, all I'll say is don't be fucking don't take relationship advice. But no, I'm going to go further. Don't take political advice either. Political advice and relationship advice. Do not go to the white nationalist. Do not go to the incel, self-described incel asexual, but might be a little something else going on there, if you know what I'm saying.
But go to Indeed and get a
it's sort of
job.
upsetting to me how much bad information there is out there for young men, right? Like, if you watch Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, you're just gonna be a colossal douchebag that nobody likes. Like, if you listen to their advice, by the way, on camera, Andrew Tate's admitted to doing certain crimes, right? You can watch the video. I played the videos for you. Like, if that's the guy, oh, I'm gonna treat women like total fucking shit. You know, basically like property.
Yeah, we know you're
He's also said similar things as Fuentes, like, having sex with women is gay. He said, like, derivatives of that, right? But if you listen to these, like, red pill manosphere types, you're going to be fucking miserable, bro. You're going to be miserable. So the advice I would give is just do you, man. If you want to be single, be single. You want to date,
get a job.
Date. Don't listen to the harsh judgment, but just be a regular person and treat other people regular.
Make manga.
Right? You don't have to put them on a pedestal. You don't have to try to put them down. Treat other people as equals. Just start a conversation one day and see what the fuck happens. You might surprise yourself. You might actually enjoy the back and forth.
That's right.
Just don't be fucking weird. That's it. Just don't be weird. Be normal. Believe in equality. Treat people like people. You'd be surprised. Fucking many doors will open up for you. You might end up dating multiple different people. You might find one you love, right? So I'm just saying. Don't listen to any of these charlatans and these freaks and these con men, because clearly there's something going on beneath the surface here that needs to be addressed. Can we all admit that? Can we all say that? It's never been more clear. Hey y'all, do me a favor.
That's why they're so obsessed with their AI waifus.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys say about Catboy Fuentes being a pathetic loser as always?
No surprise.
Again, get a job, people. Alright, so now, what's next?
Hang on, give me a moment. I'm going to fix this quickly. There we go. Alright, that'll be... now it's time for you to rage. K-Manga censoring Rent-A-Girlfriend.
Yes. I'm going to be very angry because I'll let you all know I actually not only love Rent-A-Girlfriend, I actually own the first two volumes too. So, yeah, this is a little bit personal for me. So, Rent-A-Girlfriend, a very funny manga series, although it's very over-hated for no reason whatsoever, even if Kazuya is a pathetic cuck and all that, which I might get to later on because it's funny. But, yeah, just recently, by the way, Rent-A-Girlfriend is over 400 chapters long, people. That's how deep it goes.
Wow!
It's like my 5th most read manga of all time because I've caught up the entire series already. Imagine that. 400 chapters, people. To put that in perspective, my blonde... To put that in
Hang on. I'm going to check something here. How far does that get you in this? 400 chapters would get you...
It's like 31 volumes now.
Okay, not quite there. Diamond and Pearl? That gets you towards the end of the Diamond and Pearl arc of the Pokemon Adventures manga. That gets you pretty decently in to Generation 4.
Which hopefully I'll get to very soon. But anyways, as I was trying to say, yeah, very funny series, but just recently, as a new bunch of chapters came out recently, Kandasha, who I believe is the publisher to the West, at least, has been censoring it recently. And it is very, very, very rage-inducing. And, ooh, it gets me mad. Especially since this is a series I like and buy. So, let's watch this and get mad.
Censorship is getting out of hand.
And for all of you don't see, Ruika is like pretty much black bars across all the panels. And for all of you don't know...
Oh, jeez!
So, maybe I need to explain the context a bit of Rent-A-Girlfriend. Have you ever seen the series?
I have heard of it, and that's about it.
It's very funny, but it's very, very, very overhated because of Kazuya, who's the main protagonist. Basically, he's a pathetic loser who has multiple, like, rent-a-girlfriends and all, and he loves one of them. She likes him back, but they're too, like, stupid to, like, confess and all that, and he's such a pathetic loser cuck and all that. He keeps... Every time he sees a woman, he can't stop thinking of her sexually and such. That's how pathetic he is. It's so funny. But anyways,
so he's a loser. So he's a loser incel type like Fuentes.
I don't know about outright incel, but yes, he is like up there in terms of patheticness. Oh man, like the most controversial part of Rent-A-Girlfriend, chapter 218, I believe it was, is one of the most funniest things involving Kazuya. But we'll get to that maybe later. But anyways. In the scene here, Ruika, which if I remember her name correctly, is one of the Rent-A-Girlfriends that's like, who actually is actually after him. Unlike Chizuru, who won't admit her feelings, basically. And I believe the part of the series is like a few years down the road from where it currently is in the series, since Kazuya now has a different hair color and all that and such. And Ruika shows up once again. And nothing more out of the ordinary and all that. But then, in the scene that's censored, she shows up in his, like, apartment wearing a swimsuit and wants to fuck him. And the swimsuit is pretty small, too, I may add.
I didn't edit this, by the way. This is real. Like, this is
Thankfully,
actually
I saw the Japanese version that was subbed,
the black
which had no
boxes
censors.
and everything on this panel covering Ruka. This is actually legit. This is what an official company that is licensing these series is doing to the manga. And I cross-checked the English release, the official English release, with the Japanese raws. And these black boxes are
I've
not...
got a thing that, a couple of scenes kind of like that in the Pokemon manga.
Yeah, there's a bunch of censorship too, like Crystal Crystal getting slapped by her mom. Remember?
Yep, I remember that.
Blues. Yeah,
how
green.
far in is that one? Or Red accidentally running into Sabrina when she's naked completely,
or
completely naked in the springs near the end of the Crystal arc.
Or remember when Green had those Pokeballs looking like she had huge tits?
Yes. That was hilarious.
That was great.
Ironically, it was Sabrina that, ironically, it was Sabrina that, under there. Oh, I got it. I'm going to find this particular image I got to show you. I want to do a bit there. Where is it? Where is it?
I like how we're both trying to find a picture to show each other.
Yes.
I hope the Cytomon didn't take down the picture already. It's like...
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Let's see, chapter 400 maybe? Of course, I can't look at it yet because I'm looking up Ruika, but let's get back to the region.
They do not exist in the Japanese version. They are completely gone. You wouldn't even know the chapter got censored. But if you go to read it legally in other countries, for instance...
that's what happened to me, because I read the raw version on one of the sites, and I saw it just fine, but then that's when I saw this video about being censored in the West.
So let's say in the West, you're greeted with this. And you're probably wondering, which company is responsible for this? Well, K-Manga. Now, this is not the first time that they have censored manga. I have actually talked about their censorship about a year or so ago, but this is really the first time I have personally encountered this rampant amount of censorship from their company, especially when you look at previous chapters of Rent-A-Girlfriend, like last chapter, for instance, that definitely, this is getting censored. Why didn't that get censored? And I'm just like, there is clearly whoever is in charge of this is very selective with what they want to censor, but their actual, like, I guess terms or how they censor content is very loose. Like, they just pick and choose what chapter or what series they want to censor on a given week. Like, for instance, a chapter comes around and they're like, you know what? we'll let this slide. Next chapter comes around that has probably less content with it, less risque content, and they're like, you know what? We gotta censor this and make it basically an entire chapter of black boxes. This is completely unacceptable, and I would like to remind everybody, this is not a pirated version of Rent a Girlfriend. This is a real, legal reading version of...
Alright, let me go get that picture. You ready to see Ruika's swimsuit?
Alright.
And let me go and post that right here. That's what was censored.
Yeah, this doesn't leave much to the imagination.
Yeah, all the panels of her wearing is like all gray, blacked out. When you see the episode.
Oh wow, that is pathetic.
But you want to know what makes it even more sad and one of the funniest, the whole controversy of Rent a Girlfriend? Are you ready to hear a funny story?
Oh, here we go.
So, I believe it was the most controversial chapter of Rent a Girlfriend that made the series so hated. I believe it was chapter 218. Kazuya is with Chizuru, which is the main girl of the series, like the Rent a Girlfriend I was talking about. And they're with Kazuya's family as they're at a water park and all that. And they're basically trying to hide that Chizuru is like his Rent a Girlfriend, because they all think that she's his actual girlfriend, but like trying to keep it a secret and all that. I can't remember exactly what caused it, but Kazuya is such a pathetic loser in this chapter. I kid you not. For 10 straight pages, he was fantasizing Chizuru getting fucked, uncensored, in multiple different positions, over, and over again. It was so funny, and it gets even more funnier because he almost passed out on a water ride, having an erection and getting hard at the thought of her getting railed.
What?
And now you wonder why we call him a cock.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to look up chapter 218 to show them to you. It's too funny, people. But yeah, I think it was chapter 218 of Rent a Girlfriend. If you want to see some, probably the most open fucking in manga, there you go. It is open. It is wild. Like every position you could think of, Chizuru did with this person. Oh man, it's
Rent a Girlfriend.
But think of that. That didn't get censored. Seeing actual sex. This. Ruika wearing just a swimsuit, that's somehow too far now.
If you were to pay for a service to read this series...
And this also offends me because, like I said, I'm buying Rent a Girlfriend. I got the first 2 volumes. And I hope this isn't going to be a problem with me in the future when I get them, or I'm going to be very raging mad.
You would be greeted with this, and I want to also reiterate this. This is not just a Rent a Girlfriend problem. This is what K-Manga likes to do with a lot of their manga on their site. They do this continuously. They black box certain panels and completely hide things, and I'm just
I never saw this until this Rent a Girlfriend conference happened. I've been using K-Manga since I got my tablet last year.
Or even get the rights to a series if you're going to do something like this, because there's a lot of ways...
What?
I'm having to start buying up the collector's editions of the Pokemon Adventures manga because the main site is throwing up warnings about security stuff.
Oh, and I actually found the chapter 2 already, 218, like I thought. Oh boy, just wait till you see all the screenshots. Oh boy.
Is to look at this. First off, it's disrespectful to the consumer because if you're paying for a product, you should get the full product instead of like 80 to 50% of the product. You expect the full meal, the full product laid on the table before you, not half of it because the chef or whoever's curating the food decided, everything needs to bend to their worldview. If it doesn't bend to the worldview, it needs to be instantly censored. And I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, there's never been a better indicator to advocate for piracy for manga than this right here. Like,
oh man, when you see all these pictures, you're gonna laugh at Kazuya how pathetic of a cuck he is. Oh god, it's so sad. Alright, are you ready?
Here we go!
Every single page of their entire fuckfest and him getting hard at the thought of it. Alright, here we all go. You're going to have to probably zoom in too to see them all. One by one. Look at this shit. Look at each look at each page. Look at that. Are you seeing this?
Yep. Yeah.
Look at
Far out.
Straight up fucking in a manga. Look at it. See her tits and all that, swaying everywhere. Doing doggy, doing cowgirl, all that, everything. And that's not censored. And then look at the final page too, of Kazuya with an erection. And that was such the most controversial thing of Rent-A-Girlfriend. And I was thinking, that's it? This is hilarious. Look how much of a loser he is. It's funny.
I know.
Oh, man. And also,
with the added context you gave, it's hysterical.
How can anyone not laugh at this instead of get angry about it?
Beta cock, beta cock, beta cock, beta cock.
But yeah, Rent-A-Girlfriend is like one of the most hated manga right now in the last like 5+ years because of that chapter alone. It's like barely like 5 score out of 10, when to me it's like 9 out of 10 because it's so funny. And it's been a thing like the last year or so for people to just do YouTube videos just shitting on the series non-stop. Oh my god. And here's another thing too that I need to bring up. It's not just I'm mad about the censorship, and it makes me mad also since I'm buying the series. You know what this could also potentially cause problems with in the future? My blossoming summer. Because I could see this censorship easily happen. Do you want to hear a spoiler alert?
What?
Okay, do you really want to hear a spoiler? It's pretty dirty.
Oh boy.
In Volume 7, because right now Volume 6 is still being in the works. But guess what going to happen in Volume 7?
Nudity scene?
No, but not that far off. You know Bunko?
Yes.
There's going to be a chapter where she masturbates.
Ah, okay.
In her bed. It's fully covered. You won't see her nudie. You won't see her fingering herself. Nothing. But it's going to be extremely implied what she's doing. And then at the end of it, when she comes, she's going to take her hand out that are covered in her cum. Oh, man. Can you imagine the controversy that will be when it happens?
Jeez, okay, hang on. I'm just going to do a quick check. I'm going to count up how many E-rated fics I have on AO3. Let's see. We have 1. 2, 3, 4.
We have to see about that, people.
4,
are you looking
5,
forward to
4
My
5
Blossoming Summer
probably.
Volume 7?
5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. 20% of them, the fanfics on here are E-rated. Oh, and 1 is multi-chapter that I'm steadily that I've got to get back onto at the moment.
And you're also going to be even more problematic, too, that people are going to rage about that she's 15 during that scene as well. See, so,
I think it'd be a bit of an issue if you're not by that age.
I honestly think people would not make a big deal about if she was a male. I bet you if that was the case, with the genders, people wouldn't care about the masturbation. But you know, women can't masturbate or people have a meltdown over it. Or they'll cry about she's underage and all that when freaking 15-year-olds masturbate. So stop crying, you cunts. Big deal. Oh man, the controversy that will happen, and I will enjoy it for so much. It'll be so funny over something that's not a big deal. Just watch Bunko finger herself and all that, and just laugh at the hystericalness of it. It's not that hard, people. So yeah, back to Rage and Censorship.
I'm just going to say it like it is. I'm going to be completely real.
We gotta say about that.
I keep it real here. And this definitely causes me not to get sponsorships and work with official companies, but I keep it real here.
I bet you're stunned to hear that
I will never support an actual company that is this blatant and obvious with their censorship. Why pay like a subscription service or manga service or whatever, or any service, to blatantly censor something like this and to basically say you as an adult are not allowed to look at this. You're not allowed to look at legal content. Because whoever is in charge of this manga licensing or whatever feels like it's going to offend a lot of people, so you cannot see it. And I'm just like,
Summer Barnes and Nobles or anything too.
I looked at the rules of the chapter. Yeah, there is some fan service and different things that go on within it. That's explicit. I'm not going to act like there isn't, but it doesn't show anything.
How dare you not get the reference?
It does not show anything. It's implied, but it doesn't show anything. And the fact that they went this hard in the paint to paint the entire chapter pretty much with black boxes is ridiculous. There needs to be more people commenting on this, and I feel like
implied stuff that goes down well regarding various people.
Can you imagine?
I mean, my Pokemon Adventures manga story, my Pokemon Fanfiction Universe story is eventually going to have human Pokemon hybrids around.
Oh man, can you imagine that scene with Bunko whenever it gets voice acted? Oh boy! Well, that'd be funny, people.
A lot of people are letting this slide because it's Rent-A-Girlfriend. Because it's Rent-A-Girlfriend, people are just not caring about it, or they don't want to talk about it. But this is very much what I have been talking about. You can't pick and choose what you want censored or not. Because if you allow something to be censored and think that it's never going to come back and hit you, you're dead wrong. Censorship hits everybody. And if it can happen to Rent-A-Girlfriend for something like this within a chapter, this can happen to, for instance, my dress-up darling. Easy.
How about that one?
100% could happen to my dress-up darling or other manga on their platform. What I'm trying to say here is that this right here is bad. K-manga gave us an absolute pile of dog shit that actually they should feel ashamed for. Nobody should be paying for this service for blatant censorship. This is disrespectful to the consumer. This is disrespectful to the artist. This is disrespectful to the author. And once again, even if you dislike Rent-A-Girlfriend, you don't like anything about Rent-A-Girlfriend, you don't like the offer or whatever, it doesn't change the fact is that you don't do this to someone's art.
Offer's a weirdo.
And I am very curious if
you want to know how much? You want to hear how much Rent-A-Girlfriend's offer's a weirdo?
How much?
He's literally married and has kids and all that, yet he's like fantasized about him being in a relationship with Chizuru, the main female in the series. Ain't that hilarious?
Oh dear.
He is definitely a weirdo.
If Japan is even aware of this. I mean, you want to know why I'm curious? Because I have seen where there is a lot of people within Japan that have become shocked to find out what is done to their anime or manga when it is taken overseas. I mean, recently there was a whole controversy with AI dubs, and Kadokawa went on record literally yesterday.
That's right. If I ever did publish my works and they ever got like international releases, that's going to be a requirement on all like my deals. No censorship, period. And if you try to fuck me over, I will encourage fans to sub-translate my stuff instead.
Saying they were completely unaware of what Amazon was doing with their AI dubbing for like No Game No Life and Banana Fish, which really indicates that a lot of these Japanese companies are not clued in on what these Western companies are doing with censorship or going out of their way to change things and not even inform the Japanese companies. It's really disrespectful, and this is a very good case for that. Like, it is extremely disrespectful, and there is no business even reading this series legally if it's going to look like this. Just straight up.
I'm the one who
now, there is a few other things I do want to say before I wrap this up. I strictly want to talk about this chapter. Chapter 404, I'm going to be honest with you. Chaos. It is pure chaos, and it is...
Oh yeah, it would be nice to know what happened on it, but of course, since it got censored on it, we can't really know what happened. All I know is Ruika touched Kazuya's dick because he said it. But do I get to see what's going on anything, or do they get to fuck? I have no idea because it's fucking censored.
Shocking what actually happened, and I feel like a lot of people...
Remember, guys, this gets censored seeing Ruika in a bikini, but Chizuru getting fucked in every single position, uncensored, that's allowed.
Or talking about the chapter, not talking about the censorship.
And since you got the saw, do you want to explain to the viewers how raunchy Chizuru getting fucked in every position is?
Very.
Are you surprised how raunchy it is?
A little. Then again, the other it's better with that. It's a little more like you understand a bit more once you get the context.
Point of view of what really happened. A lot of people are going to be quick to call Kazuya pathetic, and yeah, he's still pathetic, but what Ruka did in the chapter, she is 100% at fault. And even if we didn't want to say 100%, I think she's 98, 99% at fault. Because what she did to Kazuya, she SA'd him. Yeah, she straight up SA'd him. She did. 100%. That's what she did in the chapter. Like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. She straight up did that. Like, he said no multiple times. He didn't want that. He didn't want to do it. He had his feelings and thoughts for Chizuru. And throughout the chapter, if you look at actually the raws of it, he's passed out majority of the chapter because he just doesn't know what to do. Like, he blanks out. His mind goes blank because he just doesn't know how to process what's happening. And regardless if you want to look at that as comedic or not, the point still stands is he did blatantly say already within like last chapter and other chapters, no, he does not want to be with Ruka. He wants to be with Chizuru. And even if you like Ruka and you hate Kazuya or you dislike Chizuru, the point is that he made an official statement. He made a line saying no. She didn't actually accept that. She disregarded his feelings and she continued to push him to the point to where we saw what happened in this chapter. Crazy stuff, like actually legitimately crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Ruka inherently as a person within the series, she's the worst person now. Like she is strictly way worse than Chizuru and Mami put together. Like completely and Kazuya. Like any problems you have with those characters is nothing in comparison to what Ruka just did to this man. She SA'd Kazuya. Yeah. It's not okay. Like, it's legitimately not. I hope she faces a lot of repercussions for this. I hope that this causes Kazuya to completely break it off with her and be done with her. Because this is not what you do. And what she did was completely crossing the line. Completely. Like,
this man is still obsessed with his ex, for God's sake. In the first chapter, he starts, in like the third page, he starts fantasizing her getting fucked by someone else, for God's sake. That's how sad he is.
She needs to face repercussions for this. But I'll leave it at that, though. Just want to strictly talk about the censorship, but also comment a little bit on the chapter.
But yeah, that makes me mad, though. Rent-A-Girlfriend. Seriously, I like getting censored. Any censorship is unacceptable. So yeah, what do you guys say about that?
Yep.
And then what do you guys
say? I hate it.
And what do you guys say about
censorship?
And then what do you guys say about...
you see the photo I showed of Green and Mewtwo.
Yep. And did you enjoy?
If it pulls that much harder, he's gonna rip it.
And did you enjoy the spoiler of Bunko's masturbation scene, Volume 7, people?
I found it interesting.
And then watch the meltdowns people are gonna have when it gets drawn. Ooh boy! Just wait till you see her cum-covered hands come out from underneath the covers. And then just wait when it gets freaking voiced. Oh boy! Man, whoever voiced her, she's gonna have to go all in like it's a hentai at that point with the moaning. Oh jeez. It's gonna be funny. Alright, so on to the next topic.
And that is... AI bullshit is getting ridiculous on YouTube.
Hey, now we can both get very angry. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Saber Spark did this video recently. He actually did 2 videos about AI garbage, but this one pertains to YouTube, which I think is more important. And oh god, I think this is the first time we're talking about AI probably since we covered what our thoughts about like moderation with AI months ago. I don't know about you, but my views on AI since then have completely changed, and now I'm pretty much anti-AI, even with AI art, which I admit I used before with my Blossom Summer before I could draw or pay artists to do it. But hey, now I'm paying artists, and I'll let you all know I've paid over $1,200 in the last 3 months in terms of art. So yeah, how about that commitment to it? So yeah.
Good on ya. Good on ya.
$1,200 in 3 months. Gotta say about that. That's a third of.
Good on you. The only AI art I have is for role play picture tuppers when I don't have physical designs. Hopefully, once I start getting back to work, I could probably find some artists, sink some money in to do the Coriaga family naturally.
So yeah, this is getting out of hand on YouTube. So let's watch this disgusting garbage.
Oh no! The future of YouTube is looking very bad. Let me tell you why. Remember Elsagate? That weird trend during the mid-2010s where a bunch of kid-targeted YouTube channels featured fictional characters like Spider-Man and Elsa doing god-awful things? Well, it's back, but it's a million times worse than before.
My eyes are hurting me.
I didn't think that was possible. But with the arrival of generative AI, it has come back with a vengeance. Instead of Elsa, though, it's Rumi and the other girls from K-pop Demon Hunters doing extremely uncomfortable and questionable things. I cannot stress how bad this is. This is a horrifying precedent, and you should be extremely concerned. I've been on YouTube since 2007, and I've seen the passage of many changes and trends. Reply girls, malicious pranksters, abusive family vlogs, Elsagate, content farms. But none of them, and I mean none of them, have scared me the way that generative AI has. This kind of content is skyrocketing on YouTube, especially on YouTube Shorts. A lot of creators have noticed as of late that their views have been dropping off. It's almost like a new technology was introduced that makes it easy to steal and generate content with the press of a button. And they can now overwhelm the platform with low-effort garbage. And these videos get millions of views. No effort at all. And they take no time or effort to create. Again, kid content is getting hit the hardest. Children don't have any discernment or palate when it comes to watching things. Hell, I've been a kid before. I would know. But this new wave of AI garbage is overwhelming the system. And YouTube seems totally fine with it. Welcome back, Elsagate. I guess you're no longer an issue anymore. It seems that the entire internet as a whole has fallen prey to cheap AI slop that is dominating platforms and running creators out of business. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, it's everywhere. Thanks to Sora and all of these other generative AI programs, it has essentially mobilized millions of people to steal, generate, and pump out content. And guess what? When it comes to most algorithms, output is one of the most important factors. So for all of us genuine creators who are trying to create the old-fashioned way, the odds are stacked against us. Hell, our own data is being stolen with the intention of running us out of business by a bunch of AI bros. Pandora's box has been opened, and I fear for the future of the creator-driven ecosystem on YouTube and the internet as a whole. If anything, big corporations are on board with this future. Hell, Disney just recently announced that they'll be incorporating AI to generate short-form content for their customers. Thanks a lot for bending the knee, Disney.
Now they're going to start going around murdering their writers and artists and that.
God, Disney, what the fuck?
What a total betrayal.
All in the pursuit of money.
Gee, remember when I brought up that princess story of feudal Japan I brought before? Can you imagine if they actually did a series about that? Again, people, just think, Disney, take my idea, turn it into an anime, and make it into a princess story, only in feudal Japan, the antagonist is her husband, who rapes her and all that. Can you imagine how interesting that would be? Do it before I do it for my own series with it. And all I ask is that you make My Blossom Summer to an anime on YouTube. That's all I ask.
Of your legacy and an insult to the animation industry. Personally, I think the creator ecosystem could collapse unless something is done. If not, then get used to seeing soulless slop for the rest of your lives. And you can kiss your own dreams of being an online creator goodbye.
You know who
this situation is so much worse than most people realize. And you're about to find out.
And just wait, one day, My Blossom Summer and all my mangas and stuff will be anime YouTube stuff, even if it's just comic dubs. Now imagine how awesome that would be, with art that I paid for.
Oh,
and then just wait till when you see Bunko masturbate people.
Get your hands off me!
But before we get into the rest of this video,
or the one where
outside of my friends in the order day sleeping experience on. It's no secret that I hate generative AI, and I've been railing against it for over a year or so now. It looks soulless, uncanny, and cheap, but it's been advancing. And like I said before, most corporations seem totally on board with this future.
Shrek 5. God, that's fallen into Uncanny Valley.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no, don't tell me they're going to start doing AI in that too now. Oh, God.
No, but
And God, have you seen the AI anime they've done now? Oh God.
They have dollar signs in their eyes and view AI as the next.
God, it's uncanny valley.
And remember, all you idiots that use AI, if I see one ad with Ayaka, Bunko, or any Mind Blossom Summer character, especially doing sexual stuff, you're going to hear it from Fatty here.
Big gold rush that they need to capitalize on. And many denizens of the internet feel the same way. We saw the first wave of AI garbage, and it was laughable. I mean, it still is, but the early stuff was really bad. Unfortunately, we all saw this coming, but the technology has improved. And now people are much more willing to watch AI-generated content. And also use it to make their own garbage. Remember those Pixar posters? Yeah, those ones. Well, now they're videos. And I constantly see people generating AI slop that obviously steals from Disney and Pixar characters to generate their own characters. And Sora was a devastating blow in that regard. Also, I've seen really convincing AI-generated videos of South Park videos from Sora.
Oh yeah, South Park AI,
again, they lack soul and artistic merit and intent, but strictly as internet slop goes, people are eating it up. It got so bad that even South Park weighed in on how bad things have gotten.
All right, little girl, you say the boys just used you, is that right?
That's right.
Up to him, and hopefully he'll
I've seen YouTube channels exclusively
down and killed.
Simply use ChatGPT to write their scripts. I've seen YouTube channels where the creators no longer record and just use AI for their voice lines. They've gotten really lazy and just want to push content because they know that pushing out content is more favored than making good videos. And that is sickening to me. Also, AI is rampant when it comes to advertising. Hell, I've even had my own likeness stolen to promote some garbage mobile game. That's very violating.
Oh yeah, I think we covered. Oh yeah, we did cover SaberSpark getting his shit stolen.
Today, I'd like to introduce you to an epic dark fantasy mobile game, Athena Blood Twin.
And of course, that leads us to Roomygate, and how kids' content is where it's getting hit the hardest. Stupid cat videos, dumb baby videos, character transformation videos, Roblox videos. It's all been impacted by AI. And now we have the return of Elsagate. Poor Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters can be seen all over YouTube being pregnant or a mermaid. And she typically has a little kid version of herself.
Yeah, now as far of it, while you all suffer with this, how about I show my co-host something actually nice to look at that I'm going to be paying for very soon. Want to see the new art of Ayaka's house that someone made? Look at this.
Sure.
Look at that art.
That is awesome.
All 100% human-made too, unlike this garbage on my screen. Isn't it beautiful?
Awesome. It is.
And there's also lots of borderline abusive stuff, and even worse, fetish content.
I was a ghost, I was alone.
Now, it was that fetish content that really became the bad press that made YouTube jump into action back in the day and do some.
These subhumans are making their money. It's how they make money by making.
Show this pornographic garbage to kids, but oh, God forbid Bunko masturbates. That's a no-no.
Thing about Elsagate. And you know what? They initially did a pretty good job.
Slade completely rips Raven's dress, Raven's leotard. I actually went back, realized that moment. Yeah, you wonder why the leotard didn't rip completely. It's because that leotard is all Raven's wearing.
Cleaning up. But the trend never officially died off. Like a dormant cancer, it waited. And with the arrival of generative AI, it has once again exploded in popularity. This is mainly because ElsaGate channels were essentially content farms, and generative AI excels at creating content. It is infuriating that YouTube is not doing a damn thing about this. They stepped in with ElsaGate, but we haven't heard a peep from them in regards to this new wave of garbage that is far worse and much more threatening. At least with ElsaGate, there was still a threshold that needed to be met with low-effort animation from actual humans. Yes, it was terrible, but it still took more effort to create that. But with AI, that is no longer the case. Now anyone can just generate a video on Sora.
Oh dear God! I feel like I'm gonna flashback seeing Ayaka's ass when she was run away in chapter 3. Oh God!
And upload it to YouTube in order to make a quick buck. I see videos all over the platform with people being like, "I made this much money by using AI. I grew this channel and got big numbers by using AI." It's a horrible trend of launching faceless YouTube channels that only care about making passive income by utilizing Sora and other AI programs. Again, YouTube Shorts are unbelievably screwed on this front. That format of content is tailor-made for AI. There are so many AI channels that max out their daily uploads and just dump AI-generated shorts with the hope that one of them will go viral and make them thousands of dollars. And there's no way actual creators can compete against this output. It's not humanly possible. And these AI bros know it. And in case it needs to be said, they don't care about art or quality. They don't care about making something of substance. They don't care about their craft. They only care about big numbers, popularity, and money. And they will steal and run other channels out of business in pursuit of their goals. Long-form content is still a bastion that is primarily creator-driven. At the moment, you just can't generate a thoughtful video essay with the press of a button. But I'm genuinely concerned that might be on the chopping block next. Earlier this year, we saw a South Park YouTuber by the name of Sarek Artman and how he got outed for using AI to create his videos. His video output was suspiciously high to the point where it was kind of impossible unless you had a really big team behind you. And lo and behold, Sarek was using AI to generate these videos. Yo, shout out to Blooms for investigating and breaking the story. Now, I bring this up because if Sarek can do this, then I imagine many others can do the same at this very point. And with advancing AI technology, it's only going to get much, much worse. I dread the day where I will see a video featuring my character reviewing a movie I've never seen, speaking words that I've never spoken. It's horrifying. Downright dystopian. I've already heard my voice being stolen before. And I genuinely think it's only a matter of time until I see my likeness completely ripped off as a video essay or review. And it's not just YouTube that's suffering. Spotify has seen a massive rise in AI-generated music, but the company seems indifferent to it. Coke has used AI once again to generate their Christmas commercial and even faked a behind-the-scenes video in order to convince people that there was a legit production. Disney just announced that they're going to allow their users to use AI to make short-form videos.
500 million damage.
Will any of the artists or animators who created the original properties see a penny in royalties from these AI-generated creations? Nope, not a cent. It is rampant theft and plagiarism, and it honestly should be sued into oblivion.
All because you stole my shit and made it hentai.
And it gets even worse. There have been reports of generative AI being used to talk to dead relatives.
Oh, Charlie! Oh, congratulations!
She says that he's been kicking a lot, though. Like, a little too much.
Tell her to put her hand on her tummy and hum to him. You loved that.
You would have loved this moment.
You can call anytime.
That is nightmarish, like something from Black Mirror. What an absolute abomination towards humanity. And just this morning, I read something about a church using an AI-generated Jesus for churchgoers to talk to and confess to. That is disgusting. How is that not sacrilegious? Also,
I'm so glad Ayaka would have the morals to not fall for that crap.
Misinformation has grown so much worse. While researching my King of the Hill video, I would type into Google to verify resources.
By the way, fuck you, YouTube, for blocking his video on King of the Hill for like weeks and all that. Fuck you, just like we did with Balto years ago. Remember that?
But Google's AI was making stuff up. I was trying to find an episode only to see a fake synopsis instead. How is that allowed? How can that be presented so objectively? It is eroding reality and verified resources. And of course, plagiarism is off the charts. I have a friend who is a teacher, and he told me how often he has to deal with students who just phone in their assignments with ChatGPT. Folks, if you don't use your mind and actually exercise it by working on your projects, then you will become stupid.
The only use I ever got out of ChatGPT was that I was back when it was a bit open, less locked down than it is now. I was able to do some prompts on some more darker topics and get and figure out what a couple of rather important words to use to approach certain topics more.
All I can say is I'm glad I don't use this.
I don't anymore. I used to play a little bit with chat, but that was about it.
Dependent on AI to wipe your ass. But the most diabolical development is generative AI being used for non-consensual intimate imagery and CSAM. There have already been multiple police busts in the effort of bringing these monsters to justice. But considering how widespread generative AI is, I don't even want to think about how truly devastating this problem actually is. That it's probably far worse than we can possibly imagine. And the icing on the shit cake? Data centers. Data centers, the stuff that generates this AI garbage, take quite the toll on the environment. Millions of liters of water are needed to run these facilities. And let's just say that the Earth is not in the best place right now when it comes to being reckless with our fresh water supply. Again, it is interesting. When NFTs first arrived, a lot of the language used by these grifters sounded a whole lot like the same people pushing generative AI. It's almost like it's the exact same people, and they've just been pushing a
It's shit, it's garbage, and it's bad for the planet.
New scheme. That they want to be the titans
of turn Earth into Venus though, so they're never going to stop.
But you know what isn't garbage, looks bad, and isn't bad for Earth? You know, art made by humans. How about that one?
This perceived gold rush, and are willing to trample anyone in the process to become popular and get paid. These kinds of people talk a big game about artists fearing progress. But what about ethics?
Have valid reasons.
How about respecting the human condition? How about preserving society so it doesn't impact theft, misinformation, and propaganda? It's nothing sacred. And many of these AI bros don't understand how difficult it is to create good art. It requires education, experience, persistence. It is a process that is earned and not just handed to you. It is deeply insulting to artists everywhere.
Just wait till I just ran into a new mangaka who would draw pages for me, potentially between like $45 to $100 a page.
Nice.
On the cheap end. So yeah, really hit off really well when I talked to him earlier today. So maybe be on the lookout for that. Maybe being My Blossom and Summer update instead of Manga Maker Kamapo people. Ooh, remember the princess and her never-ending quest for freedom, which now is almost 14 chapters. Imagine that getting a full volume done soon.
Cool.
And did you see the post about trains?
Yes, I did.
Imagine a manga with living trains like Thomas. Yay!
to have their work stolen, undermined, misunderstood, and then weaponized against them in an effort to replace them. The irony will be palpable if AI reaches a point of replacing the AI bros who champion it. Wouldn't that be rich? Though at that point, humanity might just be on the way out via Skynet or the Matrix.
Dumbasses. I hope you lose your jobs because of it. Ha 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 ha.
We demand it.
But despite all the doom and gloom, there is hope. As I live and breathe, my boomer father brought up a video clip that he saw and said he didn't believe it. He said, I don't know, I think it was that stupid AI stuff. And that surprised me. Is there an actual chance that AI might make people grow a higher degree of discernment? Maybe. But it also might flip reality on its head. And all of information can no longer be trusted. And that's a bad thing. It's like we'll need a mark of approval that says this was made by human hands, not AI. Which, hey, we're already kind of seeing at the end of some movie credits. Next, and I've said this before, but generative AI is a race to the bottom. Hell, a lot of these AI images have that yellow tint because they cannibalize their own AI-generated pictures. A lot of the people using generative AI don't understand what makes something feel or look good. It's just skinwalker behavior, trying to imitate actual art made by talented people. That these creations still fall into the uncanny valley. Maybe this race to the bottom might actually create a counterculture where people are sick of AI slop. That's why I have a lot of faith in the indie animation movement right now. That it's honestly a very encouraging step in the right direction, and as a positive point when it comes to YouTube as a platform. Also, we have some incredible creators out there fighting the good fight.
Just as long as you know, do Bunko's masturbation scene.
Despite the rise of AI garbage, Bluey is still king of kids' entertainment. And K-pop Demon Hunters made a huge splash on the scene too. The Gen Alpha kids in my family loved K-pop Demon Hunters, to the point where they put down their phones and watched the movie. That is a testament right there. It just goes to show that talented artists can still overcome these odds because they actually have a story to tell and understand how to convey their message to the audience in a meaningful way. As far as legality goes, I don't see the current American administration lifting a finger to change anything.
Trump doesn't
Maybe some senators or something, but even then, I'm very doubtful politicians will do anything unless their own wallets are on the line. That being said, Morgan Freeman is taking legal action against generative AI using his voice. Hey, good! Maybe the first of many lawsuits. I think that's honestly one of the most likely ways we'll see meaningful change. A landmark class action lawsuit from celebrities who want to protect the creations and likeness from being used by AI. Big pockets versus big pockets.
By the way, we brought up too, yes, people should not have their likenesses, their voice or whatever being used by AI without their permission, and they should be compensated. That we definitely agreed with when we covered it months ago.
And apparently Germany is dropping the hammer on AI, so hopefully that'll create some legal precedent. Now there is the question of an AI bubble, to which I say maybe. Lord knows these multi-billion-dollar companies are throwing money into the AI market, but unlike NFTs, there's an actual function behind AI versus a speculative monkey picture. And to be fair, AI is way too big of a blanket statement, as it takes many forms. Personally, I hate generative AI, the kind that seeks to replace artists and steals from them. But the AI being used in the medical field is a different story, according to sources. AI is being used to parse data from examinations in order to zero in on a specific reason why a person is sick. That is fine with me. Hell, even in the animation industry, AI can be utilized to assist artists. That was the case in Spider-Verse with helping to speed up the animation process.
Oh, and don't get us started on AI writing. That will really get our blood boiling.
But it was not generative AI. That is a big difference.
And the effects team would recreate those in 3D space with those rules of heading of the camera, and then let the machine learning program try and guess where those drawings would go, and a person would correct it every time it was wrong, making it therefore another rule. And little by little, we're teaching the computer to make drawings that we find redundant.
Overall, I am extremely concerned for the future of YouTube and the internet as a whole. But it's not a lost cause. I don't see AI going anywhere. But it does need to be regulated at the very least. If not, it will be pure anarchy. And the creator ecosystem will be worse off for it. That being said,
having difficulties with ideas is the only issue I have.
Nothing like buying Scrivener on my phone earlier today and writing chapters for The Princess and Her Never-Ending Quest for Freedom while sitting in the office waiting for silverware with my managers.
There has been quite the pushback against generative AI, and many people have expressed their desire to support actual creators who put effort into their work. My advice? Keep being the best you can possibly be in the entirety of existence. There will only ever be one you. So use that to your advantage. Yes, generative AI will try to steal what rightfully belongs to us. But AI does not understand what goes into the creation process. It can imitate and replicate, but it cannot truly create. That honor belongs to the human race. So keep supporting real creators. Avoid using and supporting generative AI. And if we do get the chance to vote against generative AI, then speak up and take action. The next few years will be tough, but we've seen some pushback take root. And hopefully, that will create some meaningful change. If not, then we'll have to go the path of Dune and get rid of the thinking machines, unless we want them to get rid of us.
And Flex people, if you all seen my Blossom in Summer, you know it's up to 38 chapters published, right?
Yep.
You know how many chapters it's actually up to right now in terms of writing?
How many?
118. So yeah, 80 more chapters to go, people, being public. And I'm probably barely even halfway through the series. I got a lot more chapters eventually coming. And the more money you give me, the quicker I can get the art done.
It sounds like the Pokemon fan, how big the Pokemon fanfiction universe is going to eventually get to.
So, yeah, people, if you want my manga stuff done quicker, give me money so I can pay artists and get it done quicker. Use big brain logic. So, yeah, we got to see about this disgusting AI garbage.
This slop's going to end the world.
Literally, people. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. That's disgusting.
Fucking setting a planet on fire.
Alright, so let's see. Do you want to cover the Chomsky thing? Because I think you wanted to say...
Yes, this will be the last topic for this one because there's just so much I want to talk about after.
Plus, I need to get going to bed soon. It's 12:30 in the morning. I was working. Alright, so let's cover this 2
hours.
So let's cover this. What happened with Noam Chomsky? So do you want to tell everyone?
Yeah, so the Democrats are pushing out all the stuff about the Epstein photos stuff, and one of the people on those was Noam Chomsky.
And for all you don't know, Noam Chomsky is well, you'll probably explain better than me.
Was.
Yep.
He's unfortunately looks like he's been psyoped by Jimmy Dore, by Jimmy Dore and the CIA.
Yep, he used to be good and all that, but now, yeah, it seems to be he's a pedo.
Potentially, yeah, and it's like,
Plus, defender of the Russian Nazi state killing Ukrainians, which is not based.
And hanging out with fucking Stephen Miller.
So yeah, want to explain more about what's going on since you know I'm too busy working like normal people.
I wonder. Let's see if this works. Can you hear this?
Barely.
Deniability left, but this I feel like really takes
better.
It was boys from Jeffrey Epstein. Like they weren't just like casual acquaintances. Like it seems like they were genuine. don't understand possibly genuine friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, hello, Vanguard.
Yes, Vanguard.
Yeah, best case scenario is
you
that
guys
he
are
was
still
obviously
banned the Russo-Ukrainian war.
and participate in any of the sex crimes, but was just still more than willing to be friends with someone who was a well-known perpetrator of said crimes. So, I mean, that's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is that he straight up was participating in the abuse of children alongside Jeffrey Epstein and his associates. Because let's take a look at some of these photos. Pretty interesting new tranche of documents released by the House Oversight Committee, which shows a variety of powerful people alongside Epstein. Here's Epstein and Steve Bannon.
Yep, Epstein and Steve Bannon sitting across each other with a computer at an Epstein desk at his mansion.
Uh-oh, I just looked up Wikipedia's article on Gnome and it brings that up. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Maybe you want to take
a fucking idiot. But yeah, they all knew, for sure, including previous guest of the Vanguard podcast, Gnome motherfucking Chomsky, pictured here alongside Steve Bannon. Looks like they're having just the greatest time in the fucking world. And this one, I mean, it's crazy enough that Noam Chomsky was friends.
Yeah, it was that Noam Chomsky just made a joke and Bannon laughed.
Whatever, introduce him to some, I don't know, weird excuses that Chomsky made. You know, that, I guess, you could kind of understand.
No. What's wrong with you?
He's crazy. Unlike Epstein.
What happened to you?
Politics. Like, it's not like he was ever really thought of as like a big left-wing guy or a right-wing guy. To see Noam Chomsky, who's probably considered the single greatest or most influential left-wing academic, to see him pictured next to Steve Bannon, who's obviously considered one of the world's most infamous examples of a right-wing populist, whatever you want to call it, a fascist.
Nazi terrorist.
But laughing and
no, what are you doing?
Each other's company?
Being an old fart, being an old idiot.
Are you senile and brain dead like Trump?
We can pull it up the first.
Mate, he's coming up on being a centenarian.
Yep.
So don't want to get too old ageist, but.
But yeah, this sounds bad. No.
Pulled this off when we did because our podcast had no following. We put this out in April of 2021, so you guys know we've been at this shit for a while now.
4 years.
No, what is wrong with you?
The comments thought I was like being disrespectful, but I guess it's aged well now that we know what we know. Maybe I didn't drink it as much as I thought I did. I definitely took a few visible swigs. Oh, here it is. There. Drinking the Coke. Swigging the Coke. Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, and obviously it was a huge honor to chat with.
So what was it? Was there any more details about this since you saw the video on Like Me?
There's a whole bunch of other photos if you want to continue.
Oh boy, I'm sad watching that video. Sounds like ugh and nauseous.
Yeah,
but hey, it shows unfortunately.
But I will remind you that I'm actually what was it called? I'm coping with it. I've got my own Epstein Files-esque fanfic thing I'm writing, which is mostly capture, getting the files and then working to try and get them released.
Oh gee. Hey, that's what your job is. Your job's to watch this shit while I actually work like a man. But yeah. Oh god. What do you guys say about this then? Gnome. Oh, man.
Oh, this is horrifying. This is not good.
Again, like...
Why?
Again, like I was trying to say earlier, people, there are definitely people, unfortunately, Dems and liberals on the list too. and they're absolutely disgusting and all that, and they should be all condemned for it, just like dipshit Trump. How about we get rid of every single one of these pedo fucks? Oh, but all of a sudden conservatives don't want to. Gee, I wonder why. Why are they defending pedos? Very weird and surprising. All right. But yeah, I think that's it. We'll save the topic for next time, and this most likely will be the last topic of 2025, people. Hope 2026 will be better for everyone. And remember,
that is unless we figure out a time so I could go over the whole Bondi terrorist attack thing.
Yep, that's a good way to start off 2026. Ugh. But hey, think of the good thing, people. Get 67 Democratic senators, and we can impeach that fat fucking orangutan next January. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Yes.
So
that'd be awesome.
So that should be the main goal. 67 Democratic senators, please. All right, guys. So that's going to finally wrap it up here. So see you all next time, probably to begin 2026.
See you then.